Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing wonderful today, and today I wanted to discuss a topic that frankly I have no business talking about, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's my channel and I do what I want. And that is not buying things that you don't really need. I mean, that's just like buying stuff for the sake of buying it. I would start talking about Fortnite skins, but that's one of my greatest offenses on this world, so we're just going to move on past that. But picture this, if you can. Your wallet's like a tiny little apartment, and every random bip or bauble you purchase is like another roommate moving in. And they bring with them a lava lamp, an organic bamboo bow staff, and a fake Temu Rolex. Eventually the place gets a little bit crowded and starts to smell like regret and bamboo. And most people think, getting broke happens with like one big thing, like a car accident or losing your house. And yes, that's definitely, a case. But usually it stems from 1,000 tiny mistakes, but they're all wearing discount stickers. Like buy one, get one, or 15% off. You know what I mean? I mean, you buy one snack you don't need and suddenly you're in the red, or you buy a shirt because it was pretty much free and you're like, oh, I'm never going to wear this, but it's a cool looking shirt. Or you order something online, it doesn't show until 2 days later, and you already like don't even want it anymore, but you don't return it because, well, you're too lazy. And the dangerous part is, none of these purchases feel serious or impactful in the moment. Like, you don't feel like you're throwing away $3.99, $10.99, You just feel like you're clicking a button. But that's how unnecessary spending works. It sneaks up on you dressed like convenience and discount and comfort. It's even dressed up like confidence. I mean, you're not even buying things you need anymore, you're buying feelings. I mean, a new pair of shoes gives you a little motivation, or a new phone becomes a status symbol, or some late night food becomes like your emotional support animal. Not animal, but you get the idea. And companies, they know this. I mean, the companies are well aware of your spending habits. I mean, they track it and trade it like it's stock. I mean, stores are designed like casinos, only they got better and brighter lighting. Apps send you notifications all the time like they're needy exes, and they're all like, buy this, limited time offer, only 2 left, people love this. Meanwhile, you're sitting there trying to buy toothpaste, and suddenly you got a miniature waffle maker that makes dinosaur-shaped waffles that you didn't even need. You don't even like waffles, but you thought it was a cheap novelty. Truth is, most unnecessary purchases happen because people confuse wanting something with needing something. A need, that solves a problem, that's useful. A want creates a temporary emotional spark or stimuli, You're like, oh, well, maybe I did need this after all, but no, you didn't. I mean, that spark fades pretty quick. And think about the last thing you desperately wanted. Not casually wanted, not like, dreamed of, like you obsessed over this thing. You swore it'd improve your life. And now ask yourself, how often do you really think about that thing now? Lock in your answers? Exactly. A lot of stuff loses its magic the second you own it because now it's in your hands, not the screen's. And that is a pretty sucky feeling because you just spent all that money on it. I mean, before you buy it like it's a treasure, think about it, I mean, after you buy it, it becomes background noise, and that's a pretty big pitfall trap. People spend money trying to create permanent happiness from temporary excitement, and it almost never works. I mean, sometimes it does, but that's for the emotionally enlightened. Ugh. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't buy nice things. I mean, of course, you should treat yourself every now and again. I mean, life isn't supposed to be a punishment. I mean, just buy things that, like, genuinely have value, or buy things that improve your daily life. Even buy a few experiences, like go to Chili's. Go to Chili's. You can buy tools, build stuff with those things. And even buy comfort when it matters, like when you need the comfort. Don't just buy comfort every single day because you have the access to your bank card. That's a good way to be in debt. Because really, truly, the most time you buy stuff is when you're bored. I mean, boredom is the most expensive thing on this planet because it doesn't have a price tag. Some people will spend hundreds of dollars every single month trying to escape 5 minutes of silence. I mean, I kind of enjoy the silence, but I can understand where they're coming from. But you can actually watch this happen in real time too. I mean, keep an eye on someone when they're like, watch someone who's stressed. They'll immediately go to an app, they'll scroll around, and if they're like, your modern day NPC, they'll start just buying stuff. Add stuff they call TikTok Shop, for example. I don't even use TikTok anymore, but like TikTok Shop is always up there. And buying something isn't the same as improving your life. You can't put a price tag on, self-improvement. I mean, a shopping cart is not a personality. Trust me. I've seen some people flexing their Amazon cart, and they're like, check this out. Bro. It's more like, owning stuff doesn't make someone automatically more successful than someone else. In fact, a lot of wealthy people look ordinary. Like, look at Adam Sandler. Maybe that's just how he likes to dress, though. I can respect it. But you know why? People who are truly financial smart, they're, like, intelligent with their finances. They're rich, sure, but they don't act like it. They don't show it. Because they just keep the money to themselves. They don't buy Balenci or Gucci. They don't buy all these expensive things. Like, I never understood designer brands. That's just me. That's a personal tangent right there. I mean, every dollar you spend as a soldier, you can never send back into battle. I mean, they can fight your fights for you, like hold off the bills, hold off the rent. But money that you could invest is money saved. Used for freedom, to reduce stress, used to buy your time, really. You can't buy too much time, though. But if you get shot, it's helpful to have money in your wallet and not having random cat towers all over your apartment. But instead, you can spend your money on LED light strips, like those cheap ones that end off abruptly and they just look horrible. That's your prerogative, but I would say don't do it. I mean, you're being advised every single day. Your phones, your videos, music apps, social media, billboards, emails, etc. The average person sees thousands of advertisements a day. Let that sink in. Thousands. And you might think, I'm never going to buy that thing. I'm not going to be influenced by an advertisement. Really? You're telling me you didn't see that fancy food billboard and think, I haven't been to McDonald's in a while. No. Protecting your money today requires, discipline that previous generations barely even had to think about. They didn't see that many advertisings. Because modern advertising doesn't just sell products anymore. It sells you identity. It tells people, buy this and you'll become attractive, or buy this, you'll look respected. Buy this, you'll finally be complete. Confidence can't be delivered in 2 business days, alright? Even with Amazon Prime. And peace of mind doesn't come from a promo code that makes something cheaper. Meanwhile, there's a lot of people drowning in the clutter, starving for stability. Their closets are full, but their bank accounts are empty. Not how they end up there. I mean, that's pretty backwards, don't you think? You know what feels really good? Opening your banking app and not having to panic. Like, you actually have savings in the bank. And you're like, oh, wait, I can actually, go on that fancy vacation I wanted. Wow! Being able to handle emergencies. What if your car engine blew up, but because you bought that new $80 gaming headset, suddenly you can't fix your carburetor? Well, guess what? Now you're stranded. And what are you going to do? Get bored and buy more stuff. Especially, don't live paycheck to paycheck. Find some little cushion, maybe a side hustle or something. Because paycheck to paycheck is the worst way to live. Because one day you're in a house with air conditioning and Wi-Fi, the next you're homeless. Terrible. I mean, that feeling of excitement lasts way longer than, a few minutes after you buy something meaningful. Buy, you know what? I'll use this as an example. Buy yourself a pet rock. You might think that's unnecessary. And it is. But you know what a pet rock can give you that most of these other designer things and all this babble can't? It can give you a constant source of, put that right there on your desk. Every single time you look at it, it's something for you. It's not a pointless gimmick to me. I think pet rocks are awesome. Sorry. Back on track. Even the unnecessary things you buy, it costs you something. Your attention, even if it was free, it still costs you attention. Because now you have to manage it. You got to clean it, charge it, store it, organize it, keep it in mind. I mean, people buy stuff and it accidentally creates chores. Minimalism, isn't really about owning nothing. But it's also about owning things that you deserve space in your life. Proper space, like actual living space. But now imagine your room, your car, your house, even your mind. Without all that extra junk, it's just peace. Clarity. Breathing room. I mean, some people are working jobs they hate just to pay for things they barely use. And that's a terrifying trade to be in. I mean, stop trading your time, your energy, your sanity for objects that stop exciting you after a week. I mean, don't you see how bad of a trade deal it is? You don't got to have a degree to understand that trade deal. So the next time you want to buy something, pause for a second and ask yourself, do I really need this? Am I still going to care about this gobbledygook in a month? Or am I buying this for usefulness or just because I'm an emotional wreck? Am I buying this to help my future or am I distracting myself from it? I mean, here's one of the best and simple tricks. You'll wait a second. Seriously, just wait 24 hours. Your Amazon cart is full, you're ready to click buy and all this stuff, but wait 24 hours and then look through it again and be like, It kind of gives you a little clarity because, impulsive purchases hate patience. I mean, half the things we buy disappear from our mind after a good night's sleep. And if you can't remember what you were going to buy, was it really that important? The delay exposes whether or not it was a real desire, if it was a temporary emotional wave or something you actually needed for your day-to-day life. And if you save that money instead, something really interesting happens. You stop feeling controlled by every little craving, every little hit of dopamine, every bit of material possession. You start building discipline, and discipline quietly changes everything in your life. Because financial freedom is not built through giant, heroic moments. It's built through small decisions repeated over and over again until it becomes habit, becomes normal. Choosing not to spend, choosing to think long term, choosing pace over impulse. Did I say pace? I'm a silly guy. I meant peace. Because that's real power. Peace is power. And at the end of the day, money is more than papers and numbers on a screen. Money is time. Every dollar represents hours of your life. So before you spend it, ask yourself one final question. Is this thing worth a piece of my life? Sometimes the answer is yes. But a shocking amount of time? No. No, it's not. I mean, you'll end up with another dinosaur waffle maker. But that's just what I'm saying. And ultimately, I'm just saying what I'm saying. Spend your money like you got it, but don't be stupid, alright? Take it from me. And if you made it this far, I'd like to thank you. And if you didn't make it this far, I still thank you, but you're not going to hear it. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and God bless.